Yeah. Next best. Tier list. Tier list, tier list, tier list. We got YouTube going. We got Twitch going. All the places ready to go. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about Next Fest. I don't really have any notes. Just going off the cuff here. As we do. I played a lot of games. I played 41 demos. Which was a couple, I think it was a couple off from last time. Most of the demos I played off stream. Okay, I'm actually going to pause that music so I can think with my brain. Hey Urzu, welcome in. Bringing up the tier list, the list. Oh, let me actually disable those because I want to make a YouTube video out of this. I don't have like a scene yet, but maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll get one. There we go. Where everything's like automated. I'll be back later. Hopefully we won't be spending the entire 3 hours talking about demos because I will lose my voice. Although I do feel passionate enough about indie games right now that I could talk for 3 hours about them. I could do it, but I don't wanna. Treat time! Hey, baby. What did y'all play? What'd y'all play? Come here, baby. I'm an awful human being. I played 0 demos. I don't think that makes you an awful human being. You just had other priorities. But you can label yourself however you want. Nerdly, I appreciate the lurk. Sorry, guys. I'm slow. I'm slow. There we go. I shall turn the lava into background music. Okay, we've got our tiers. We've got our games. Let's name these tiers.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Oh my goodness. Hello. It's a tree raid. Hello. How was your stream? You're just in time. We just started. I was a little late setting up because I wanted to make a YouTube thumbnail. That was it. That was the reason I was late. How was Hades though? I was lurking. Which means I need to close a tab. Hold on. There are two of me. Ah! Get out of there. Being late for graphic work is valid. Thank you for validating my feelings. I'm glad you had a good stream though. Made some good progress on Hades 2. Let's freaking go. But yeah, welcome on in. We're gonna be talking about Next Fest. I have played 41 demos this time around. Remember how I said I wasn't gonna play like 40 games for Next Fest this time? Remember that? I remember. I remember saying that. It's fine. It's fine. The brain has run out of brain juice. Hey, Papa, welcome in. It sounds like you lied, madam. It's true. I lied. I made a liar out of myself. How dare. Most of these demos I played off stream, obviously. Because we played what, like 17, 16, something like that. 18-ish on stream. All throughout the week. You know, well, let me just dive in. Let's start with 1348X Voda, which is right at the top. Why not? Let's do it. Oh, right. I totally forgot. I need to name these, silly me. Amazing. Very solid. Let's go with it. Okay. And needs work. And let's see. Not ready for Next Fest. Some of them are just not ready. And they're not ready for Next Fest. And I'm confused as to why they were there. So the spirit of Next Fest is basically to celebrate indie games that are coming out next. And I feel like a lot of times indie developers use it as a way for early marketing when it really should be more like, hey, my game is coming out soon. So we have a tier for that. And we need another row. Because there's one more tier I want to put on here. Let's make a purple. No, we'll make a gray. Yeah, we'll make a gray. Not for me. Not for me specifically. All right. Okay. Let's talk about 1348 Ex Voto. This one got me very excited. This one looks to be a pretty good high-end game. And the story drew me in right from the get-go. And really the story in the trailer the part that starts out in the trailer is like the beginning of the game, like the first cutscene. So yeah, I played the demo and even Mr. Man was like, what's that game you're playing? The sword play was really fun. I thought it was really interesting how they stylized the different ways you could level up like your character and your sword and like your traits and stuff. That was really cool. For this one, I'm gonna say it's in the needs work category for me actually, because the optimization is not good. Now keep in mind, this is for high-end computers. and consoles probably. So I don't know what other platforms it's on because I'm a PC gamer. But my graphics card is one step above the minimum that they have listed on the Steam page. So even on low, I was getting like 40 frames per second down to like 7. It was bad. It was bad. And it crashed my OBS when I tried to pull it up on stream, so I definitely wouldn't be able to stream the game. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to play this one unless they optimize it for lower end PCs, which I'm sorry, but like AI has ruined everything. So no one can upgrade their PC anymore. So like yeah, work on that and maybe I'll play it. PC gamer. Yep. So that's where I'm putting that one. But for those of you who do have like a high-end computer, this one would be up here. If I had a high-end computer, I'd put it up there. If I could have played it on stream and stuff, I think I would have put it up there. But I think the optimization is just not there for lower end, so I gotta put it down there. Oh, how the heck? How in the heck? There we go. That was extremely delayed. All right. Sorry, that threw me off. Okay, back in. Let's talk about Animal Kind. Animal Kind is the base builder game that I played with Cesare and Luna, and this was so super cute. I loved running around as a little animal in a mech. Very solid. I think it's very solid. I am excited to see how the game expands out of the one, like the island that we're on right now. It's just, yes, it's just so delightful. It's so good, and I really liked that one of the devs came in and said hello. I love to see the devs in chat, and I'm saying hi. Okay, let's pick one from down here. Let's talk about People of Note. People of Note is definitely a game for you if you like turn-based, and also if you like music a lot, like especially in the rock genres. At least for the demo, they referenced punk and rock and classic rock and metal and all types of stuff and alternative rock and stuff, and it was really, really fun, and grunge. And it was nostalgic in that way, and the voice acting was really fun. The gameplay itself was interesting too. So I'm not typically one that likes turn-based, but this one actually had me engaged and interested in how to build my loadout and stuff like that. So, especially for someone who doesn't normally play like a turn-based type of game, I was actually really enjoying this one. I have to put it in very solid. Yeah. Plus two, if you don't want to do the combat, you can turn that off, which I thought was really cool. And if you don't want to do like the puzzles, you can turn those off too. If you just want to see the story, I think that's really cool that the devs are giving you that option in how you want to play the game. And the game is about the story, like taking you on that journey instead of being like, hey, this is how you need to play the game because this is how it was intended, whether you like it or not. So I really like I like that they had those options there so that you could still get the full experience that the devs want you to have while also having fun. The most fun for you. Because that's what it's all about. We gotta talk about Remnants of Yore. We gotta talk about this game for a second. Oh, we're just gonna put it down here. Not ready. This was like pre-alpha looking stuff. This looked like a, yeah, like pre-alpha really. It was really buggy and crashed, I think, a couple of times. I think did this not like disconnect me or something in the middle or something like that? I think I had like 3 disconnects this week or last week or something like that. This was okay, so the premise of this game is super cute. I love that you could ride around like on a book and you're like a little cat and a little magical cat. And I thought that was super cute, but the world was empty. There wasn't really anything to do. And I couldn't really figure out where to go to find stuff to fill my shop, because this is like a shop simulator. So you go out, you find stuff to put into your shop, and then you sell it. And I couldn't figure it out. I don't know if it was me or if it just wasn't or if it was just like an early build of the game, which is fine. But to me, that's not really what Next Fest is about. So maybe they have plans to release their game this year. I'm not really sure, but it didn't look like it was even ready for players to play because there was really nothing to do. So it was just, I don't know, it was weird. It was weird for me. Okay. Okay. I had to get that out of my system because I was really looking forward to that one and it was kind of a disappointment for me, not gonna lie. Speaking of disappointments, let's talk about Bitter Harvest. Oh, Bitter Harvest. Definitely needs a lot of work. I'm just gonna put it here. We're not gonna mess around with the T's. Bitter Harvest is a farm sim, and I am like in between not ready for Next Fest and needs work. I think it has enough content to release into early access, but I think that it still needs more work before it's ready for early access even. So it's kind of like in between that stage. There were, I don't know, the controls especially were kind of clunky for me, but I really like the premise. It's like a farm sim, life sim, so the relationships that you build with the NPCs can be like good or bad, and you can choose, like there's actual choice in the game where you can choose to do bad things like steal and sort of like that. And I thought that was interesting. So it's like you normally start with a farm. This time you don't really. You go to the farm that you thought you were buying and somebody else is living there, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I'm homeless now, and so the mayor's like, okay, well, you can pick up trash for the village. Have fun. You can be a garbage man. And it's kind of like a rags to riches type of game, which I think is cool. But I think it needs a lot of work before it's ready, and I would hope that they consider early access for it. Okay. Let's talk about... Let's talk about one that I played on stream. Let's talk about Outbound. Outbound was another game that I played with Cesare and Luna and Bella, and this one was so fun. You're like in a little camper van and you're going around, and it's like it's like near future, like futuristic, like not post-apocalyptic, but kind of, because you're kind of going around and foraging for stuff, and then you're building up your van and trying to survive out there. And I am very interested to see how this one develops. There was a surprise find in there. There are a bunch of gnomes that you can find, and I thought that was super cool. I'm gonna put this one in. Let's put it in. I'm gonna put it in very solid. I liked it a lot. I think some of the things they need to kind of tweak surrounding co-op. Like, I feel like you should. I guess it depends on how big of the world they want to make, but I was kind of surprised that we each didn't have our own van. We had one van, but at the same time it kind of makes sense because we're like out camping together. So I don't know, maybe it's just I would have to get used to that, and it's definitely a game that you are kind of not forced to work together, but kind of forced to work together, which I kind of like. I like games like that. Like Peak is like that, where it forces you to work together, and I like that a lot about that game, actually. So yeah, I guess I just I don't know, I'd have to think about that part about it, but other than that, I think it has enough content for early access, like I said. I think it's ready to go, and it's really popular, so there's gonna be enough people for you to group up with and play together with. And they plan to release in the second quarter of this year, so I'm excited. Let's see. Let's talk about so many to choose from. Why don't we talk about the other cat games? Let's talk about Whisker's Wish. Whisker's Wish! This one is so cute. This is like a little exploratory puzzle game where you play as 3 cats, and the combat in this game is like they're playing pretend. They're playing play pretend, and it's like air hockey. It's the best way to describe it, where you are sitting in a box as a cat, and the box has different powers based on what kind of box that you find out in the world, and then it's like a turn-based air hockey type game where when you bounce into the enemies, then you take off some of their health. So it is pretty cool. I had a good time. I had a good time. I think it was okay. Yeah, I think it was okay. Also, too, a note with this game is that it does bring attention to a problem that we've all have probably seen, which is people who abandon cats and they end up being stray cats. And this team was inspired by that story in a specific park, and where there are like hundreds of cats that are just stray and out to fend for themselves, and how there are volunteers that work there, do volunteer work there to help with the cats and take care of them and make sure that they get medical assistance and that kind of thing. So there is an organization that part of the proceeds for this game are going to be given to that. There's more information on their Steam page if you want to go read about it and read more. Put it on your wish list if that sounds like something you'd enjoy. I'm putting it in the okay category just because I had a good time. So I do think this game is okay. Yeah, I think it's good to go. I don't think it's like not ready or anything like that, but I also don't think it's not like, I don't think it's not for me. So I don't know, it's just yeah, I had a good time. It was okay. It was alright. Didn't turn me off, and it didn't blow me away. Okay. Let's talk about Myth Match. Myth Match was a demo, like a last minute entry demo that I think, who was playing it? I think Micah was playing it. I can't remember exactly. But Myth Match is like a match 3 type of merge type of game. And it follows, I think, Greek mythology. And it was really cute. The art style was really cute. I loved all the art in it. Oh, you played this one, Sester? Yeah, it was really cute. I liked it. Well, I liked the premise of it. But once I got into the game, I was having a hard time with the controls. I couldn't get used to it. It was really, really clunky for me, and I wanted to play more, but it was so clunky for me that I was getting frustrated. So unfortunately, I gotta put it down here, guys. It's not for me. Cute art though. I did not play this one for very long, so maybe it's because I had already played so many demos during the week that I was kind of getting tired or what have you. So maybe I'll give it a second chance later, but for right now, I'm good. I have enough to play. I can play something more interesting for me. Let's talk about another cat game. Cat Isle. This was like a side-scrolling city builder, kind of like Minami Lane. And it was so cute. I love the art. The gacha in it was fun. The fishing. So the cats, when they arrive on a train to your little town, and you're feeding them like sushi and ramen and stuff, and then you upgrade your little buildings that give them sushi and ramen and stuff, and they tell you how much they like or dislike the different food dishes that you put out for them, and you adjust based on the round or based on the day. And I think that game loop is super fun. I liked it a lot. The fishing though, when they come to your little town and they get off the train, it's on the water, so they automatically just started fishing, and if you see a fish under the water, you can click on it and get extra little tokens that you can spend on gacha for different decorations and stuff, because each building, to increase their happiness, you can decorate the buildings and stuff, which I thought was really cute and really fun. Yeah, I gotta put it up here. I gotta put it up here in very solid game. I could see myself. I think this would be like a shorter game, kind of like Minami Lane is. I could see it being. It just depends on how in-depth the devs take it. Hopefully they give you different colored cats in there, because there really was only the black cat. I was like, where's all the other cats? Maybe we got a gacha for different cat skins or something. I don't know. But yeah, I was having a really good time with that game. Let's see. Wasn't there another cat game that I played? Ugh, I'm sleepy. Well, I put this in the cat game category. Bistro! Bistro is very highly anticipated. It was super fun. They're very polished too. I did run into one bug with the leaves, but I just started over and it was fine. It was just one of those things where if you do something wrong in the tutorial, then you can't like move forward. So it's not like a foolproof tutorial. So that's easily fixed. Hopefully easily fixed. I am not a game dev. I don't know what's easy or not. But this game had a really interesting game loop for combat, where you were watching like this puppet show and you could like decide where to go and stuff. And I don't know, I was having a really good time with it. And there were other mini games throughout for each aspect of like cooking and stuff. It was really engaging and really fun. I think it's very solid. Super solid game for sure. I can see why people are anticipating it. Let's talk about another animal game while we're on the topic. Shiba Sweet. Oh, didn't mean to put that there. Shiba Sweet is a cute little cozy cooking game. Like a cooking shop sim where you cook different ingredients and then you put them up for sale in your little shop. It's kind of like a bento box shop or something like that. And I think it's this dev, I think it's a solo dev, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's their first game, so it looks really nice, and the artwork is so stinking cute. I think excuse me. Excuse me. I I think it's between needs work and not ready for me, just because the screen where you sell your goods, your food to the customers. Excuse me, let me get a sip of water. The screen where you sell your food to customers just didn't seem... Thank you. I'll get another sip. That screen just didn't seem polished enough for me to really compete with all of the different games out there today that are similar. And I don't know, it just wasn't interactive enough for me. So I think I'm gonna put it in... For me, based on what I've played in the demo, I'm putting it in not ready for next fest, because I really think they gotta cook. They gotta cook more. Pun intended. Because it's a cooking game. Which is not a bad thing. This is not a bad rating. None of these are bad ratings. I really tried my best to select the best games to put up on here so that you guys know what's good, you know? Yeah, it needs more polish. It needs more polish for sure. Not just polish, but it needs reworking for that screen, I think, to make it more interactive and make it more fun. It was also getting pretty grindy after like a couple of days. Which, to be fair, this type of game does have a little bit of a grind innately, but it wasn't fun enough. Yeah. Like, keep in mind, I had just watched the 10-year showcase for Stardew Valley that Concerned Ape had just premiered on YouTube on, I think it was like the 26th or something, a few days ago. And he was going back through all of the versions of the game, and he even showed us, like, before release what the game looked like. And it was so much different than it is now, that it just goes to show, like, he said he took 5 years of development, and so he's been working on this project for 15 years now. And it just goes to show that just a little more elbow grease can go a long way. Okay. Yeah, 10 years. Crazy, right? I want to talk about sledding game, which is something I played last night. Literally last minute. I even forgot about it earlier today. I was like, oh yeah, I played that game. I gotta add it to the list. But this is so stinking cute. I think it's gonna do really well in the co-op genre. I think for me specifically, I think it's okay. I would put it above Whisker's Wish. I think it's okay, yeah. I could definitely see myself I was playing it alone. So my experience is not fair, I guess, for what it's supposed to be. But oh well, too bad, so sad. This is my tier list and I do what I want. I want to put it as it's okay for me specifically, just because I don't think it would hold my attention over and over and over for months on end with my friends. But I do think that maybe like a younger audience will definitely take to this a lot, and maybe even an older audience maybe just a different audience of more casual gamers who like jumping in and playing silly games. But it's really good. Like it's very solid. It has a lot of like mini games inside of like the little lodge. It's like a full ski lodge. There's like darts in there. You can roast marshmallows and make s'mores. Like not only can you roast the marshmallow, but they have graham crackers and chocolate on the side for s'mores. You can make hot chocolate and it makes you go faster. Like it's really well thought out and like made with a lot of love, and I think it will really do well. But for me, I'm gonna put it at it's okay. I probably won't pick it up just because I don't think it will hold my attention for very long. Speaking of frog co-op games, let's talk about Frog Squad. Vlog Squad. Oh my gosh. Whoops. This one I think is super fun. I'm excited for this game actually. I really like the premise of it. I do think that I did play this with Cesare, Luna, and Bella. Unfortunately, it was kind of messing with Luna and Bella a little bit. Bella especially had to stop playing, and we only played for like 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. I think we played for like 20 minutes, and she was done because the camera settings kind of sway a bit too much when you're walking around, and there's no toggle for that. So if you are someone who is sensitive to motion or are a motion sensitive person, maybe this one isn't for you for right now. Hopefully they work on it and either add like a toggle or get some more testing in with people who do have motion sensitivities and that kind of thing. So I'm so excited. Vlog Squad is very solid. Very, very solid. I want to put it up here. I'm excited. This is what I'm considering getting and making my friends play with me. So yeah. Okay. We're not done with frogs. We're not done with frogs. I also played Froggy Hates Snow. Yeah, the demo is still there. The demo is still up. A lot of these games still have demos up. So if you're still looking forward to like Next Fest demos and stuff, a lot of them still, like they keep them up until release, which I think is a really smart idea. I think Outbound had, no, not Outbound. What was it? It was, oh, what game was it? It was either Outbound or there was a game that released today. Oh, Abbas Garden. Abbas Garden, I think it is. Something like that. They had a demo, which was a demo that we played last Next Fest. It came out today, and they had a demo up until it released today. So a lot of people doing, yeah. Here we go. But anyway, this is not the grading that I am giving Froggy Hates Snow. I played this game I played the demo for entirely way too long. I was playing for hours. This game is amazing. I didn't think I would like this game as much as I did. But the game loop is so fun. It's so rewarding. It's like it's a roguelite game. So you go, you're a little frog in the snow, and you have like this bubble of heat around you, and you have a couch that you don't sit on for whatever reason, and you go around looking for these gems to power up, and then you defeat like these little demon things that pop up in the snow, and you're just going through the snow and collecting things, bringing them back to the bubble, and you have to pay attention to how much like your heat level goes down, so you have to pay attention to how cold you're getting over time. And yeah, it's really, really fun. And then I couldn't beat it. Like, I spent hours and hours playing, and I couldn't beat it. I was playing this off stream, and I kept saying, "No, Froggy died!" And Mr. Van has no idea what I'm doing. He was like, "What? What happened?" And I kept saying, "No, Froggy died! Froggy died!" I was like, "No, that's so sad. Why does it say that?" It was really, really fun. I am not mad at myself for putting it in this tier. Not at all. I'm glad I didn't play it on stream, because that would have been the stream. That would have been like a 6-hour stream of just one demo. Sometimes they get you like that. Sometimes they scratch that itch. Guys, we have a lot of animal games. Let's take a break from animals and talk about puzzles. There are 2 hex puzzle tile games that I tried. One of them is Serendipalet. Serendipalet. And this one is pretty cozy. It has a really good art style. Hey, Anna! It has a really good art style. I liked it, where you have black and white tiles, and then you put them down, and each tile there's a palette of colors on the side, and each tile you put down switches the color to the next color. So you get like the different tiles, and you can put them wherever you want, and then if you put them in a specific way, then you can unlock a piece of a painting. So you're basically like filling out the tiles, and you only have so many tiles, and you're also like figuring out a puzzle. You're trying to get as many points from the actual like tiles themselves. So there's like 2 puzzles in one. There's the points on the tiles, and then there's the painting that you want to unlock by putting the tiles in a specific orientation, which I think is a really cool take on, like, Dorfromantic is another like tile puzzle game like this, where it's like hex tiles, but it's completely different, because that one is like a city builder, where you're building up this countryside with trains and different fields and farms and stuff. And this one is a lot different, where you're making like it is like a little city with like fields and water and forests and stuff like that. But the puzzle within a puzzle, I think, is a pretty good twist on it, and I think it's pretty okay. I think it put it right there. Yeah, it's pretty okay. Yeah. And the other one that I played was Island Tiles. island tiles, the trick to this one was it was kind of like a medieval vibe to it, where it was another city builder type, and you were trying to get resources. And the way that you get resources is placing the tiles in specific areas, and you have like the whole map set up, so it's not starting from scratch like the other ones, but the where you put your hex tile on that map will determine how much like gold you get, or like meat for your workers, or like, I don't know, gems or whatever. So I thought that was really, really fun. I think this one is actually very solid. I think I would actually bump this up to very solid for me specifically. Serendip palette for me, even though I'm an artist and I love color and stuff like that, I think it was just not engaging visually enough for me. And filling out, I could see myself getting frustrated by not being able to fill out the painting and running out of tiles before I could fill out the painting. So I think that's why I bumped this down to like it's okay for me. I don't think I would play Serendip if I had these two in my library. I think I would be more drawn to island tiles. Yes, yes. We keep hydrated. Yes, yes. Okay. Speaking of medieval vibes, I want to talk about what was I going to talk about? Oh my gosh. Brain, hold it together. Hold it together, brain. We're not done. I want to talk about High Reach. High Reach. High Reach is a survival craft game where it's kind of like it's floating island, but you're not, I don't know if you're going to be able to build an airship or not. You might. There is one in the thumbnail, so maybe you will rebuild your airship, but you crash land your airship onto an island, and you have to make friends and build up a camp on that island, and you meet different NPCs, and it's voice acted, and it's actually really fun, except for the nighttime is really dark. But I was having a really good time with it. And the NPCs that you meet will work on your camp and do jobs for you. So you can like set them to automatically go gather things and that kind of thing. So I thought that was really cool. And I'm really intrigued by what the story will be, because we're just kind of crash landed into this island as like the captain of a ship. Yeah, not really sure about my character's backstory, but maybe it will unfold as it goes along. I think this one is not quite ready for early access, but actually I think I would put it here. I'll put it there. Yeah. I think it needs work. I think it needs a little polishing, and I think it's almost there, because there's like a bunch of voice acting and stuff and stuff like that, but I think I ran into an issue with building, and I think the tutorial needs a little work, and I think I personally am not a fan of games that have like text floating on top of items in the game, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to see if I can kind of... So I'm not sure if this game had it specifically, High Reach had it specifically, but I was playing another game where you had a chest of stuff, and then the name that you gave that chest would just like hover over that chest instead of like becoming a sign or something like that. It just takes me out of the game and it ruins the immersion for me specifically, so it's just kind of like a little bit of a pet peeve for me. But I think that it just takes away from the polish. I think it takes a little away from the polish for me. So I think I think it's almost there. It's almost ready for early access, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. And I think some of the animations also need smoothing. Yeah. Welcome in, ODH. We have those off right now because I'm making a YouTube video. Or at least I would like to turn this segment into a YouTube video. So we have those off temporarily. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about another survival craft. Under Canopies. Whoops. Under Canopies. Which, again, is another survival craft where you are in the middle of the woods and you're building up your little base and stuff, foraging and working with what you got. And the trick with this one is that you are taking pictures, you're taking photos of animals. And I think it's really cozy, really relaxing, really beautiful. I love the music. I think it does need work though. I think it's kind of in the same boat as High Reach, where it's just is so close, but it's not there yet. But yeah, I will be following this one. I'm keeping this one on. I'm keeping both of these on my wish list and following them and seeing how things go over time. Let them cook. Oh, excuse me. Let's talk about... jelly fields. We'll switch gears a little bit. This is a pixel side scrolling. How would you describe it? Farm sim? Ish. Farm sim-ish? Where you do harvest crops and you feed them. You either feed them to jellies or you sell them for more gold to get more seeds to plant to feed the jellies to get rid of corruption. This one I played off stream. I thought it was really cute. I thought it was okay. Yeah, it was okay. I would actually put it here. I think I would gravitate toward other games on this list over this one. Just because it started to get a little repetitive, and which is fine. But one of the mini games on it didn't make sense for me because there was a mini game on the side where you could chop wood, and I wasn't sure what the point of that was, because it's not like I was like collecting the wood for a purpose to use or anything like that. It was just like, hey, just like chop this wood. And it was basically juggling, where the log or whatever would float up into the air, and then you'd click when it got to a specific point, and then it would bounce up again, and then you'd click when it fell back down, and then you'd just keep doing that over and over again. It would get faster and faster until it would go into the chute. And I didn't understand what the point of it was, because like I said, it's not like I was like collecting the wood for any purpose. The only thing that it had was a achievement, and that was it. I was really confused. Maybe there's something to do with the wood later, and like not in the demo or something. I don't know. But the problem with that minigame too, not just that it didn't have any point, but that someone could just set up an auto clicker and just do that forever. Because you could click forever and get the wood to bounce up again. Like, you didn't have one click to do it right. You had as many clicks as it took, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but, or like in a way that you could picture, but, I'm sure if the devs are listening to this, they would know what I'm talking about. Just like, you could just set up an auto clicker and forever be juggling that piece of wood or whatever. So I was very confused by that little side thing, and it threw me off a little bit. I was like, why am I doing this? I want to go back to my jellies. The jellies were super cute. I think the art style is so cute. I liked the designs, different jellies and stuff that you had on your little farm, and it was side scrolling, so it was a little bit different than all the other farming sims and stuff like that. So it gave a little bit of a newness to the genre, and I appreciated that very much. So yeah, I think it was okay. Let's talk about another pixely game with not slimes, but little void guys. Little void guys. This one was a roguelite. I'm still learning that genre and what it's all about, but you have this little guy, this little void guy, and you're going into the mines and getting gems and different herbs and wood and stones and stuff, and leveling up your character with different skills and potions that you can take and stuff like that into the dungeon until you run out of time, basically. So the dungeon is timed. You have like 3 minutes or something like that to go down as far as you can, and then you have to get more and more supplies so that you can unlock the next key to the next dungeon, and you keep going. And I think the game loop is really solid. I think this game is pretty solid, actually. I was having a ton of fun with this game. Actually, I think I would put it up like this. And the art style was interesting too. So the base that you start at was it's kind of like a Paper Mario feel, where it's 2D in a 3D world. The sprites are 2D in 3D type of situation going on. And I really liked it. It felt modern. It was like a pixel art game that felt modern, which I think was really nice. And the animations when you level up stuff were really smooth too, and I really liked it. I dug it. Haha, get it? 'Cause it's a game about mining. speaking of collecting gems and stuff, let's talk about Clean Up Earth. Where you're sucking up some garbage into the tube. And I played this demo off stream. I think we were talking about playing it together with Cesare and Luna and Bella, but I think we ran out. Oh my gosh, I think we ran out of time. Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. I think that I was running into an issue. I don't know if I should put it in needs work or it's okay, because I think for me, I'm gonna put it in it's okay. It's all right. I want to put it here. I think it's okay. And the reason why I'm putting it here, it's a very beautiful game. I do like the premise, and like the game loop is fun for the solo maps, but then I got to the multiplayer maps and it was like I couldn't finish it solo, and I think that is a mistake. I think you should absolutely be able to play a simulation game like this alone. There should be some sort of way to finish the level by yourself. And I couldn't figure out how to do it. I was walking around and around and around trying to figure out if there was a way that I could solo the last map, and I couldn't do it. You can join other maps and stuff like that. Like they have like public maps that people can start and that kind of thing. So it's nice that that there's like online co-op and stuff. But I just wanted to chill by myself and clean up the earth, and I couldn't do it, and I was a little disappointed by that. So I think I would put that in the it's okay category. Maybe that will change, or maybe I was just dumb. I don't know. Well, guess we'll see when it gets closer to launch. Everyone knows you can't clean up the earth without the power of friendship. Silly lava. You right. Silly me. What was I thinking? Maybe I should make a lava slug capsule and put it in needs work. I tried Rewind 99 last night and that was dangerously fun. Ooh, I'd be interested in playing that. At least trying the demo. I do like me some shop sims. Supermarket simulator. Oh, excuse me. I want to talk about I want to talk about a game that I probably would not stream, but I personally really like dark fantasy to throw in every once in a while. And that is Armatus. Armatus is not like any other game on here at all. This is a shooter game. Roguelite game, sorry. Where you go into the level and you shoot down the demons, and you're like this demon hunter, and in between the levels, after you get done, then you collect all the soul dust or whatever it's called, little blue stuff, and you can spend it on different things. And in between each level, there is a chance for different power-ups, and then you can choose what the next power-up will be by like 2 different doors. You have a choice of either powering up your weapon or powering up the amount of currency that you get in that. So yeah, I thought this was very solid. I think this is, if this has enough maps and stuff to keep it fresh, I think that it will do really, really well. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun. I really like shooters, actually. So, yeah. Likes is permadeath. Yeah. I just learned the difference between roguelike and roguelite, and I'm just trying to make my mouth say the right thing. And that's a challenge sometimes. But yeah, I think I remember Rogue, actually. I never played Rogue, but I do remember that like kind of created a genre, which I think is cool when games do that. So yeah, Rogue, the game Rogue, from what I was learning about, is like you did have permadeath, and so games that are like Rogue have the permadeath, and then Light is like you're not actually dead, you're just mostly dead. And you just need a little upgrade to bring you back and put you through again. So Armatus is the wrench that I threw into the mix to kind of break things up for me during this week, but I wanted to mention it because I think it's going to do really well. At least for a little bit. I think the optimization was okay too. Although I wasn't checking frame rates or anything like that. It ran pretty smoothly on my system, which I have a 3070 RTX. So I'm a little bit behind, just a little. Just a little bit. And it's gonna stay like that for a while. So that's what I have to work with. Okie dokie. Let's talk about another game that is outside of my comfort zone, at least for stream games, is Kloa, Child of the Forest. And I almost missed this title. And this was like an action adventure game, kind of like Zelda, Legend of Zelda. And it has big it has big Studio Ghibli vibes, and I was a little bit afraid of this just because I think it had Souls-like tag or something like that. I was like, ooh, this one might be a little difficult, but I'm up for the challenge. And I actually had a really good time. This is a very solid game. Yeah. I think you will like this, Cesare. You will like this one. Yeah. It's kind of like a Metroidvania style layout for the map. I liked it a lot. I wanted more, and that's a good sign. I want to talk about another Zelda-like game. Action adventure, retro style, pixel art. This one is very retro. This is very much, very much heavily inspired by Legend of Zelda, by the NES version, the NES game from way back in the day, the one that I played back in my day. So I have never been a console player, really. I went from Nintendo, like NES, to Nintendo Switch. So that was like the jump for me. So I missed everything in between. So this is the Zelda I remember, but yeah, Echo Isle is a cute little short little demo, and it was very much inspired by Legend of Zelda, and they don't hide that at all. And it also had its own little story. So it's not like a copy or anything like that, but I think it's like is paying homage to the OG. And I liked it. It was cute. But I don't think I would enjoy playing through the whole thing. So I am going to put it down here, not for me. I'm going to put it above mid-match. Just because I just don't find myself picking up this game. But I know a lot of people who loved Legend of Zelda, the NES game, the OG, will enjoy this very much. But with all these other games up here, I don't think I would pick that one. The game itself is meant to be quite short too. Yeah, the demo was very short. I think I finished the demo in like 15 minutes. Okay. Let's talk about another pixely game. Voice of Nature, which is one of the first games. I think it was the first game I played. Was Voice of Nature, and y'all voted on this one. This is a life sim type of game, pixel art, anime style, and very much anime culture, so to speak. There are many waifus in this game. It's very nice, very cute. I really enjoyed the humor in this game a lot too. I think the localization, if it's not on purpose, which it could be based on the humorous aspects of it, I think the localization needs a lot of work. I think that's the biggest thing that makes me drag it down, because I was struggling reading some of that dialogue. So I really hope they find someone to help localize the English dialogue, because I think this game would be like a hit, especially among the VTuber community. I could see a lot of VTubers playing this game. Like everyone. Alright, I'm just cleaning off my glasses. Ugh. It was really funny though. I liked it. I did like the Like, I'm gonna keep this on my wish list because I wanted to know more about the characters. Like, I feel like the characters were written pretty well. Like, they were very distinct and they had personality. It was just like in broken English, which is fine. I just need to find somebody to help them with some translation issues. Okie dokie. Okay. My bad. I don't know if there's a loose connection in my mic cable, but it loses connection sometimes. When I think when I shock the arm or something, then it like disconnects or something. But map 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 map. Yes, map map. This game is a game about maps, literally, and basically you are mapping out different islands, and you have different landmarks on that map that they have you guess, like they have you mark out and then say this is where that thing is, so you can put it on the map, and then it grades you on like how close you were to it. So you're using your surroundings to kind of figure out the puzzle of where the location is on your map, and using cartography skills. And I was having a lot of fun with it at first, and then it was kind of getting to a point where it kind of felt like work. It kind of felt like I was doing some schoolwork. So I would actually, I think this is not a game for me, just because I feel like it's more catered to a younger audience. And I think it would be an absolutely incredible game, especially for a kid who is into puzzles like this. And I think it would really stretch out those critical thinking skills and those mapping skills, and kind of like orientation, like where am I on the map type of thing. Yeah. Less play and too much work. Wrong brain chemicals, at least for long play sessions. So I'm, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to smack you. I'm more into longer play sessions for games as a gamer. Cringe. But I like playing games for long periods of time. I don't particularly enjoy short session games too much unless they're co-op. And plus two, this did have Twitch integration, and I couldn't figure out how to get it to work, and I don't know if I did something wrong or if the documentation just isn't there, but the trailer said, it mentioned that it had Twitch integration. I was like, ooh, okay. And then all it did was like connect, and then it didn't do anything else. There wasn't any kind of pop-ups or anything like that, like, this is what you should expect from the Twitch integration or anything like that. So I think they really need to make that clear in some fashion, either with documentation on a different website or whatever, or just a Google Doc would be great. Like, it would be perfect to send out to streamers who are streaming the game. But yeah, not for me. And I kind of played that game because I wanted to showcase a couple of kid-friendly games, like family-friendly games that, because I know a lot of y'all have kids and have younger kids and stuff, and who might be interested in games like this. And I wanted to throw a couple in there, including this one and Duck Side of the Moon, which I did play off stream. So cute! You're a duck in space, and you crashed your ship, and you're trying to repair it. And it's kind of like Mario Galaxy, where you have little planets, or not little planets, but like little pieces of a planet that you're floating around in space. And yeah, it's really cute. I really like this type of game. But this one is for kids. So I would put it down here. Not for me, but not bad. Very good, actually. It was fun. But I don't think it would... I don't think it would do it for me. If I were to play through the whole game, I think eventually I would start to get bored. Not because it's not fun, just because I need more. I need more depth as an adult. Okay. Let's talk about Misty Valley. Now this one I could see myself really getting stuck into, for sure. This one is a life sim where you are in Misty Valley and you show up in town and you have this like little fish shanty shop thing, and you also have a garden, and you go out fishing and you sell your fish, and you help the NPCs and you help the villagers and stuff with their problems and build relationships with them and stuff. And yeah, it's just a really charming, super cute little game. Unfortunately, I believe this was a very early version of the game, and I don't think it was even ready for Next Fest. I'm gonna put it between Shiba Sweet and Remnants of Yore, actually. I don't think it's ready. I could see myself once it has a bunch of polish and a bunch of work done on it, getting really excited for this game. But for right now, it's not there for me. Especially compared to a bunch of other games that are in my library already that are life sim, farm sim type games, or gardening and helping NPCs and stuff type of games. No, it's not there yet. Keep cooking, because you got something fun. It's not there yet. Okay, let's talk about Dice Goblin's Den. Now this demo I had on the sidelines for it, just in case I felt like streaming like Sunday or something, like yesterday. But I was too busy playing Froggy Hates Snow all day long, so there's that. And then sledding game at the end. That was what my day was about yesterday. But Dice Goblin's Den is I think it's pixel art. I can't remember if it was just small art or pixel art. I think it might be a mix between the two. But this is like a tower defense game where it's kind of like D&D themed, and you are goblins, and you are defending your little goblin village against different animals and humans and other races of goblins and stuff like that. And there are different classes of little goblin dudes that you could buy with the currencies that you get from each round and that kind of thing. So this is kind of like a roguelite slash roguelite, where if you do die, you do have to start all over again, but you can upgrade over time. There are some aspects of the game that you upgrade. And yeah, it's kind of fun because in the middle of the day, because there are the middle of the waves, because there are different waves that you can set up your little guys before the waves, and then you hit, hey, it's time for the wave or whatever. And there is, I think, the dungeon masters or the dungeon master stand-in or whatever they call it. They are rolling dice to see what kind of like blessing or curse you have during that wave. So it kind of throws in a wrench every once in a while. And I think it's really interactive. I think it's okay. I think for now it is okay. I want to put it here. I will put it right there. I think it was a little too harsh. I think the balancing needs a tweaking. And I think because I was losing over and over and over and over again, which for me, someone with ADHD, recipe for I'm gonna go play something else now. I'm not getting the fun juices anymore. I'm gonna go get my dopamine elsewhere. Bye. But the game loop is really fun. I think it just needs a little bit of tweaking for balance. And I could see it. I can't remember if it had different difficulties or not. Maybe having different difficulty levels would be, if it doesn't already have it, I just don't remember. I've played so many games this week. Maybe that would be an idea to kind of cater to different types of people who might play this game. So yeah, it was okay. I had a good time while it lasted. And I think I'm over it. Unless they like tweak some stuff. Okay, let's talk about speaking of like tabletop and TTRPG style high fantasy type game. Let's talk about Witchspire. Witchspire, I'm really excited to see how this develops. This is so fun. This is like PAL world, where it is like a city, not a city, a creature collector slash survival craft game where you're a witch and you go around and collect the souls of different creatures that you find around the area, and you befriend them and they become your companions, and you level them up over time, and you level up like their stats and stuff, and you build up your base and defeat different gobbies or froblins, sorry. They're frobbies, my bad. The froblin camps are real. And there are different, what's it called? Not difficulties. There's two different things I'm thinking of. There are like elite mini boss type of creatures that you can collect. And then there are different rarities of creatures that you can collect. So you can find like they call it a celestial. They're shinies that you can find in the world. And their name in the world denotes like what rarity they are. So you don't have to guess or anything like that, but it's kind of randomized in a way where when you collect the creature, the different stat, like the different stat list that you have to level up and upgrade is different every time. So it's kind of like Pokemon. Pokemon and Witch together, and I'm really excited for the flying because you're going to be able to fly on brooms, and I'm sure they're probably really scared about that because flying in games can be a recipe for a disaster, for finding holes and stuff, and that's okay because, you know, fun, right? Rule of fun, right? But this is pretty early in development, so this is gonna be kicked down too. Needs work, but I am really excited for it, and I'm in their Discord and I'm watching, waiting for more updates. Yeah! The building is really, really fun because you astral project, so you can fly around while you're building. So it's kind of like B mode in Guild Wars 2, where you can actually see what you're building, which is really nice. Yeah. The only thing that stopped me was other demos exist. Yeah. This one was really solid. I played for a long time during the playtest. I checked out all of the whole map. I did all the puzzles and stuff, and yeah, it was really fun. I'm really intrigued by the story and the lore, because every once in a while you find like these journals where you learn a little bit more about the lore, and yeah, I like witchy games. Speaking of witchy games, let's talk about Green Hearth Necromancer, which is a gardening sim where you're a witch and you garden things. And yeah, that's it. But no, you have every day you have more tarot cards that you can draw, and each tarot card gives you something that you can do. So you can have more witchy points for spells, or you can get a seedling for another plant. So you can you choose to play the card or discard it, and each card has a different story attached to it and stuff, and there's like different characters and stuff and different choices within the story bits for the cards, and it's a really fun game loop, and I really am enjoying gardening sims more and more like this. It's really fun. I liked it a lot. I think it's super solid. Yeah, it's super chill. Hey Jormbles, welcome in. Welcome to the tier list. I couldn't be here before. I'm sorry to see that my absence has brought you to tears. It really has. At least 6 of them. 6 tears. Oh yay. Oh, this is a lot. This is a lot, guys. Bum. What do I want to talk about next? Let's talk about farm to table. Farm to table. This was cute. I liked the game loop. It was like how would I describe this game? It's like a shop simulator. Like a gardening shop simulator where you start from nothing. And then you build up your shop over time. And there is co-op available, so you can play with friends. And the map is, I think it's procedurally generated. And you only have so much time per day to do the things that you want to do. And there's different, not mini games, but different activities that you can do. So not only do you have a shop that you sell the things that you farm and bring to the table, but there's also cooking. So there is a cooking mini game that I think that, is it the cooking? No, there's not a cooking mini game, but it is, you put the ingredients in and then it cooks. And then you bring it to the people and they eat it. And you only have so much time before they get mad and leave. But there's also the shipment area, so you can bring different ingredients to the shipment zone. But the catch with that is that not only do you only have so much time a day, but a lot of the ingredients I could only carry like one of at a time, and the guy needed like 9 of them before he could ship it off to whoever ordered that delivery. So you really had to decide what you wanted to do every day. And there's also going to be fishing, which I don't think was available in the demo. But yeah, it's pretty solid. I actually would leave it right here. It's okay. Yeah, it's pretty okay. Would I pick up this game over some of the other farming sim type shop sim games? I don't know about that. I don't know if I would. So I'm gonna leave it here. Hey Hati, thank you for the head pats. Okay, so we have 9 left. And we really haven't filled out this amazing tier yet. Because I lied, this tier is not amazing. This tier is top 10, baby. Top 10. Starting with number 10. Froggy hates snow. And number 9 will be right after this message. I need to take a break, guys. I'm gonna do top 10 after I come back from break. Oh yeah, we're doing the tease. We're doing a big old tease. If you've been sitting here with me for a while, please take this opportunity to stretch, get a break yourself, and we'll come back and we're gonna do top 10. I need to give my voice a break too, so I can really give these top games all of the voice and all of the brain power that they deserve, because they were all amazing for different ways, and we're going to talk about them really, really soon. BRB. All right, and we're back. Imagine talking about games for 3 hours. Imagine monologuing about games for 3 hours. I would never do that. I would never do that. Oh my goodness. Just getting some extra hydration in. All right, well, shall we? Shall we get on with it? Shall we get on with the top 10? Top 10 demos that I played during Steam Next Fest February 2026. We already named the first one. Or rather, number 10. Froggy Hates Snow. Honestly, I am really surprised how much I liked Froggy Hates Snow. I already talked about it, but yeah, that was fun. That was a fun game. Definitely worth a wish list if you are into like roguelite games like this, or roguelite type of games. Just go for it. It's fun. It's very satisfying. Game loop fun. Pick it up. Coming soon. It's also ready. It's ready to go. It has a ton of maps. And a ton of like different frogs. So Froggy is the first frog that you play as, but there's like, I think there's like 10 different frogs that you can unlock over time and level up them too. So each frog has levels, and when you level up you get another skill. Maybe I do have more to say about this game. Imagine monologuing for several hours about video games. Anyway, number 9. Number 9 is gonna be Ardenfall. Ardenfall was so fun. So this top 10 was so hard to choose between what number was gonna be what. So I might even change my mind later about the order of these, but these are all really solid. This Ardenfall game was very much paying homage to the Elder Scrolls games, where choices matter type of adventure game, and yeah, it's really fun. I could see myself spending hours and hours playing that game, as long as, you know, it has hours and hours of content to play. I'll figure out how to spend hours and hours doing something that should probably only take like one. So yeah, imagine mono-frogging about video games. Can you scroll up a bit so we can see the lower? Yeah. Yep, here you go. La 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 la. It's a big tier list. Here, let me zoom out. I played 41 game demos last week. Yeah, I went in, Dell. Last time I said I wouldn't do it again. I did the exact same thing. I just streamed less of them. I love Next Fest. It is so fun. Obviously, like, clearly I'm enjoying it. Clearly I genuinely do enjoy trying out all of these demos. All right, let's. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Number 8 is another last minute pencil in demo, courtesy of Cesare here. Glimvale. This I passed by when I was looking at the demos to play. And I should not have, because it is so fun. It is so addicting. I'm very excited for it to come out so I can get back into there and make my little city. This is like a city builder idler game. It's like medieval themed, and you build up this kingdom and you make money with the different shops and stuff, and then you unlock different decorations for your little kingdom. And then the interesting thing about this one is you can unlock like specific decorations by placing different decorations in a specific way. So the first one they had you do for like the tutorial for it was putting like four like little gate, or not gates, but fences together with some like hay on the ground, and then a water trough, and then you got like these little chickens. You got a little chicken coop. And I thought that was so cute. It's so fun. I wanted to get going. I had to pry myself away from this one as well. It was really fun. I had a really good time with this one. I'm very excited. I hope I can snag a key for this one for stream, or at least like get one for like a giveaway or something, because it was genuinely really fun. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm very interested to see what the next level is past the demo. Okay. Number 7. I love how different games hit people differently. I loved Dark Side of the Moon when I tried it 2 Next Fests ago. Yeah, I just think that one, it was really fun. I think for me, the reason why I put it down there, and I said this earlier, but I think it's just for like a younger audience, or at least a different audience, at least for my tastes. I did enjoy myself. I just feel like I would find myself getting bored and not finishing the game. Because after the demo was done, I was like, okay, I played this game. Like, I'm done. Like, I got fulfillment from the demo. So I feel like, yeah, I can move on from Duck Side of the Moon because I already played it. Like, I had that feeling for me. So I feel like a demo should leave me wanting more. Much like number 7, which is Windrose pirate game. Yarg. There we go. Oh my gosh. Yes. All of the yes. Swash, swash, buckle, buckle. Survival craft game with pirates. And it was super fun. I loved how they did the cutscenes too, because it was like hand-drawn comic book style cutscene, which was super cool. And I actually liked how brutal it was because you get you're shipwrecked. You're a captain of a ship and you're shipwrecked and you get washed ashore of this island. And then before you even have like any kind of like weapon, well, actually I think you do have a weapon. No, you do have a sword. Yeah, you have a sword and a gun, I think. A pistol on your bag. On your not your bag, your person. And you run, and I was playing this with Urzu. Urzu had joined me, and I was gonna say hello to Urzu, and then I ran into a boar. And that thing was so brutal, it killed me right away. It like two-shot me, and I was dead within like the first 10 minutes of playing. Oh, goodness. But yeah, that was super, super fun. I am very excited. There were some rumors about it having AI in it, but from what I found, there isn't any. So unless I find out more information about that, obviously I am very, very against AI in games, especially, or any creative spaces. There's absolutely no excuse for it. There's no reason. Obviously, sometimes there are reasons, and things can be nuanced. And I understand that some things can be nuanced, so I am open to those slight nuances, but those are very few and far between for me, especially as a creative myself and an artist. I can't. I have so many other games I can play that don't use AI, so I think some people were questioning the music in this game and maybe some of the voice acting, and it's not. The devs, I saw there was like a forum, I think it was like in the discussions on Steam, someone had questioned it or something like that, and the dev responded like, this is who did the music and this is who did the voice acting, or whatever it was. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, all I can do is believe the devs until I find out otherwise. So yeah, solid, super, super fun game. It was on the top 10 played demos of Steam Next Fest this time for a reason. It was super, super good, super solid, and I am very excited. I could see myself playing this with my friends for a while. And I'm wondering if it's going to, I don't know if it's going to go into early access. I don't know much about it because I went in blind to this game, and obviously the trailer looked really good, but I wanted to get in there myself. So I haven't done a lot of research into the game or anything like that, but I just wanted to have fun and play a game. And then I did. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. And like I said, I do like to switch things up. I do have a taste in the cutesy style and relaxing type of games, but every once in a while, I like some grit. I like some grime. I like a little dark fantasy. And I think Windrose is that game. It's that girl, you know? Okay. I want to talk about number 6. Yes, every once in a while she likes to feel cozy in a killing game. Yeah. I was. Oh my gosh, I built myself, or I crafted myself a cute little top, and I had these like cute little puff sleeves, and I just felt so cute in my little killing game. Swash, swash, buckle, buckle. Swish, swish. Okay, number 6. Speaking of another demo that left me wanting so much more, that gave me just a little taste, just a little morsel of the story, and I was hooked. I was in. I was so in. I was in Konbini. I was in that Konbini, and I was selling those cat food items to that old man. And I fell in love with that old man, and I wanted to walk him home and give him a hug. And I could really see myself getting absolutely immersed into the world and also having fun with the shop sim. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun because so you started out as you are the niece of the owner of the shop, of this grocery store, and so you have been working there for a while already, and it was like your first, it's like your first time alone at work. And people from the previous day had left stuff the way it was. So some of the stuff was like not in the right place, or like the label was backwards or whatever. And the game had mentioned you should probably straighten up as like a passive thing that it just kind of said. And I was like, okay, I'll straighten up with kind of a few things. And then there were a couple of items that were in storage in the back that I had put out on the shelves, and I tried to find different places for it. And one of the items that I added was like a ramen noodle cup thing to the like the noodle aisle, the noodle section. And then there were labels that I just kind of left. I was like, whatever, I'll just start the day because I wanna get going, because I had spent a lot of time, like I had spent a lot of time already straightening up items and stuff like that, so I just wanted to get going. So our one customer that came in, he came in and then he was making like side comments about things that were like flipped around, and I'm like, I should have straightened up everything. Which was pretty fun. I like that. There were like different comments about different things, and then the ramen cup that I had added to the noodle section was really good because it was like one of his favorite things. And then I had to pick out a certain cat food for him because he couldn't really read the label because he's old and he can't really read the labels very well anymore. I had to make sure that it was the right one, and then I gave it to him. And then I actually am curious to see what would happen if I gave him the wrong one, if there was going to be something different that was said, or if like he'd be like, this isn't it, and just like had me do it until I was right or something like that. But yeah, it was super sweet. And then he was like, it made the experience very personable, like one-on-one, like this person is part of your community. And yeah, it was really close-knit type of convenience store, which reminds me of my convenience store growing up in the out in the country. A little rural town, a blip on the map, blink and you miss it type of town. Didn't have a it has a post office. It didn't have a bank, but it did have a post office. But yeah, it was really sweet, and it took place in 1993. So it's like a little konbini in the 90s, a little retro, or not retro, but like a little nostalgic game. And I think it's gonna be a really good one to keep an eye on, for sure. Not all of it was voice acted, but the cutscenes were voice acted, and I like that too. Voice acted in Japanese. It helped the immersion. I liked it. Okie dokie, we're down to top 5, y'all. Top 5. Number 5. Thrifty Business. Another shop sim. It was super fun. I wanted to keep playing the demo. The game loop was really rewarding, and I really like these developers too. They have some pretty good games. I actually need to pick up their other game. What was it? What's the other game? What's the other game they have? They have Sticky Business, which is what they're known for. So now they have Thrifty Business, which is completely different. But Ritual of Raven, that's what it was. I don't have like a script or anything. I don't have any notes. This is off the cuff, guys. This is off the dome right now. But yeah, the NPCs that you meet and stuff are really cute. And I too wanted to keep opening the boxes and decorating my shop and filling up the shop shelves and buying more shelves. And yes, this is gonna be it for the cozy gamers. This is that girl for the cozy gamers, for sure. Number 4 is Odd Fauna. I played this demo for far too long off stream. I was really hoping, so I had a few polls in the Discord for different types of, like, different subgenres or like different themes for games, and this one I was hoping would get picked, but it didn't, and that's okay. That's all right. We all have our own tastes. But I played it myself anyway because I wanted to play it. Dadgummit, and I did, and it is number 4 on my list. And it was so cute. It was so cute. I will say, they do need, so if this wasn't one of my favorites, I would put it down in the needs work tier. Because the building was so dang clunky, they really need to fix the building. They really need to fix the building and some of the bugs in the game before it is ready to be released. But once they do fix those things, I'm excited. I'm excited to explore more of the world and collect more of the fauna, the odd fauna. And it reminds me of Where the Wild Things Are too, yeah. I you know, sometimes you have to play the Labubu game. But it is so cute, and I'm very, very excited for this title. It is very nostalgic, like storybook style, but 3D and like painted, and like the models and stuff were like, it's like hand painted style, and like it was colored in with colored pencils and crayons, and yeah, it was I liked this the arts direction that they took a lot, and I really wanted to be able to climb cliffs because I wanted to get up on that ledge to see what that thing was. If you know, you know. But yeah, really cutesy storybook type of survival craft, base builder type of game. Yeah. The artist makes the models physically out of like clay. That's sick. Are we talking about like? Yeah, I guess that would be the way you do it. That makes sense. That would make sense. Why it kind of has like that stop motion feel to it. Yeah. It does kind of have like a stop animation type of feel to the animations where you're chopping down trees and stuff and building. The thing about the building, I didn't explain this, is some of the pieces would only go in one direction, and there was no way to rotate them. So so I couldn't build like a roof that had like went together. The roof pieces only went in one direction. So I could only have a roof on half my house because otherwise it'd look ridiculous. So I just said, screw it, I'm just gonna have a flat roof. So I put floor pieces on for my little hut. So I really hope that they fix some of those janky things that we ran into while we were playing. Because I know Cesare and both you and I think, was it Luna? Yeah, Luna. I watched Luna play this. And I was playing while she was playing. And I think she also got stuck in water at some point too. So hopefully they fix that because it's so super cute. All right, enough waffling. Enough of the stalling. It's time for my top 3 game, my top 3 demo for Next Fest for February 2026. Number 3, and this was so hard. This was so hard to put in order. I don't even think these are actually in the order that they are, but I think I think I did a good job putting them in the order that I did based on like my specific interests and how absolutely addicted I was to each of these games. So without further ado, number 3 is Voidling Bound. That is not what I grabbed. Voidling Bound. Number 3 is Myth Match. No. Voidling Bound is so fun. Oh, I'm so excited. You're gonna love this game. You're not gonna sleep tonight. This is what you're gonna be doing instead of sleeping. This is a shooter creature collector. And it's also a sci-fi game. but it's the type of sci-fi that I specifically like because it's between like the spacey sci-fi that I'm not like super into with like brown and gray colors, and the colorful and whimsical and like more fantasy type of sci-fi that I like because I like fantasy. So yeah, so basically you are this astronaut little guy who is going to this world as your voidling. So you are kind of cleaning up and getting rid of like corruption and stuff. And so it's kind of like Avatar in a way where you kind of neuralink yourself to this voidling, and then you go down as the voidling in the voidling's perspective. So you're like a little creature and you have different skills and stuff, and it's a shooter, so you're like taking out the corruption as you go along, and then there's enemies that are corrupted and stuff in the midst of it all, and you're collecting different I'm losing words because I'm tired. You're collecting oh it's not there. It's on the tip of my tongue. You're collecting things. Yeah. You're collecting things that you can use to power up. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Not fuel. I can't think of it. I can't think of the word. It's okay. It's okay. No, they're like little like little rocks, like little emblem, like little discs, little nugs. Yeah. Hi. But yeah, you go around and collect those. You're trying to find those, and you have like side quests, I guess, that you can do within the map, so you can get 3 stars, and one of them is to find each of those little runes so that you can power up your voidling. So as you're powering up your voidling, so you're evolving your voidling by using those things, and you have like a choice between going one direction or another. And when you choose one, like say you want your gun or your whatever you're shooting to be, let's say, like a longer range versus like a spray and pray type thing. So you choose one, and then each choice gives you a different look. So your voidling kind of evolves based on your choices, and then it starts to look a specific way based on what you choose. So your different voidlings will look different based on the pathway that you go down, which I think is pretty dang cool. And you also can find eggs in the different levels and stuff, so you can hatch more. And there are different rarities and stuff, so it's kind of like you gotcha in there. You got your gamba in the game. And it's just really fun. It was just a really, really fun game loop. And I didn't want to stop. I played for so long. I wish that I had the time to stream it because I think you guys would have also enjoyed watching the gameplay too. And I think you should play it. Right, Kitty? You want some treats? Yeah. Why don't we have a double treat time for number 1 and 2 game? Yeah. 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 Go baby. There you go, kitty. But yes, Wailing Bound I'm very, very excited for. Number 2 is Wanderia! I was addicted to this game. I didn't want to stop. I had to pry myself away because I knew that I would have spent far too long playing this game. I was like, oh no. Oh no, this is like crack. This was so cute. Game loop, so fun. This is like a base builder survival type game. So kind of in the same fashion as oh, what's that game called? What is that game called? The one that has crossover with Cult of the Lamb. Starve. Don't starve. Got it. Okay, there we go. I got there in the end. Let's go. I'm holding on by a thread. I've been talking. I've been monofrogging for 3 hours. Starve? No, don't starve. I knew starve was in the name. Oh my gosh. So anyway, Wanderia was so fun. I love how it's hand-drawn. Just much like Don't Starve. It is hand-drawn, but it's a sci-fi game, the type I like, which is very colorful and whimsical. And is very humorous, and I enjoyed it very, very much. I could see myself spending hours and hours and hours getting into the game, and it's kind of like Necess in the way that the map has a seed. So each map is like different stuff. And I thought it was gonna be more like Necess, but it's actually kind of more like Don't Starve and Crashlands. Which I really liked, actually. I played that on my phone a while back. But anyway, I liked that my character looked like me and I could pick the colors of my character. That was really nice. I liked that. I appreciated that very, very much because a lot of games don't have purple eyes in them and it makes me very sad. But yes, this game does have co-op. I did not try co-op. I saw that you guys were in the Discord playing it, and I really wanted to join you, but I just didn't have the spoons that day, which was, I think, was yesterday. Because I was playing Froggy Hates Snow. And I had already tried Wanderia. And I was hooked to Froggy Hates Snow. So I was like, do I keep playing Froggy Hates Snow because it's really fun and I'm having a good time, or do I hang out with my friends? And I chose me. I chose me this time. But that is good feedback that there is an annoying feature where in multiplayer where only the server owner could interact with the blueprint machine, which I could see being pretty annoying. Yeah. I hope they adjust it or fix it, or maybe it's a bug, I don't know. But I was enjoying coming across different things on the map. Like, it is Necess in a way where there's a large exploration aspect to it, where you'll run across stuff that you won't expect, like a house with like an NPC sitting on top, and there's like stuff inside, and you can go in and maybe steal some decorations. I don't know. I'm not your mom. But the thing about the art style especially was that really drew me in was it was hand drawn, and when you would chop down trees, there was like a comic book style thwack, 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 and I thought that was so cute. Okay, but we've never done a DNA test. You know what? You're right. I could be your mom. You don't know. Could be. And with that, we have number 1, Collector's Cove. Collector's Cove, I'm so excited for. I actually did snag a key. I'm gonna go ahead and put a pre disclaimer that I do have a key for this game, and I can't play it yet or I can't stream it yet because I'm under embargo. So sad days, but I will be streaming it very, very soon, and I'm very excited. So yeah, it's going in number 1, not because I have a key, but I was so excited when I even got the key. I didn't know I was even going to get the key because I know how popular this one is among the cozy gamers. And yeah, this game, I'm in trouble with this one. I'm in trouble. I think we're all in trouble with Collector's Cove, let's be real. I know Dell was saying she was in trouble. Did you try this one, Sestre? I think you did, right? Yeah. I saw Bella playing it. She knew she didn't play it very long because I think she got stuck at a point. And was like, well, I've seen enough. I know I'm gonna play it later. So we're gonna move on. You haven't tried it? Oh my gosh. Definitely one for the wish list. For sure. But yeah, guys, that's my tier list. That is my tier list. We have gone through all 41 demos. My thoughts on it, off the cuff. And yeah, we have a very good problem as gamers right now, which is we have too many games to play. We have way too many games to play. I think I avoided it because it had the word collector, and I was like, that's dangerous. Yeah. Also, if you don't know about Collector's Cove, this is one of the first demos that I played. It's actually the second demo that I played. And it's it kind of reminds me of New Horizon with like going to like the different islands and then like clearing out the island. I never made it to the first island because it takes a long time to get there, actually. So in between going to the different islands, because you have like this little dinosaur little guy who is driving your boat, your little boathouse, and it has to travel. So there is travel time, and in between you have to feed them because they get tired and they go to sleep like you do. And it takes time in between each island. I'm losing my voice. And hold on. Must hydrate. Too many game, not enough time. So true. So in between islands, you can do like the farming sim part of it. So you can do your gardening and your decorating and fishing and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited, and I'm excited to collect different hats and stuff for this little guy and deck them out. Also, I don't know if the demo is still up. Let me see if the demo is still up, actually. Because your progress in the demo carries over. Okay, yeah, it's still up. So if you play the demo and you want to get the game, which comes out on the 12th of this month, 10 days? 9 days, I guess. Less than 10 days. Then your progress carries over, so you don't have to like start over or anything like that. So you can check it out, see if you like it, and if you do, then you can continue playing it when it comes out on the 12th. So yeah, guys, that was a lot. That was a lot. I thought I could whip this up in like an hour and a half, and I took the entire time. Because can I just like take a moment? Let me just take a moment here and thank the devs for all of their hard work of putting all these games together so that we are entertained. Because look how much entertainment. Look at this. And it was all free. Free. So thank you, devs, for being creative and telling your stories. Heck yeah. Keep it up. Love to see it. Love the indie game renaissance that is going on right now. I'm living for it. And I'm diving into those indie games, and I'm very much enjoying like broadening my horizons as a gamer too, and exploring different genres and yeah, meeting different people too. Interacting with like PR teams and developers and stuff has been so much fun. So yeah, I love Next Fest. So anyway, let's set up for a raid, guys, because I'm tired. I've been talking for too long and I need to stop talking. Otherwise, I won't be able to talk tomorrow, which is fine, I guess, because I have moved my Tuesday streaming time to Wednesday, which I will be back on Wednesday, and we will be checking out my solo dev game that is coming out on Wednesday. It's a game that I had checked out previously we played the demo back in October. It's Mist Paw Ravine. And yeah, I'm excited. I actually played through it already because I was too excited. The dev gave me a key to the game like a month ago. Like a while ago, actually. I don't know, it was a full month ago, but it was last month. So it comes out on Wednesday, and that's how early I got it. So I couldn't help myself, and I played through it already. But we're gonna play it through again together because it's been a long time. It's been enough time between all of these demos and me playing that game again to give you a good taste as well. And I hope you join me on Wednesday for some adventures in Miss Paw Ravine, because I'm very, very excited to play through it again and to set up my city, because it's a little city builder with cute cats that are flying on brooms and witches' hats. So the game was literally made for me, so you know, I have to play it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna try to put together this very long-winded tier list for the YouTubes. So if you would like to subscribe to my YouTube, please do. I am trying to grow my channel. Trying to put more things like this up on YouTube, so you have a place to go to know what to play for next fest. Because clearly there's a lot to sift through, because there were hundreds and hundreds more games that don't even touch these genres that I have chosen to like kind of limit myself to. Except for this one, and maybe this one, I guess. There were a couple outliers, but I wanted to throw in some outliers so I can broaden my horizons. Alright, guys. Thank you for being here, especially those of you who have been here the whole time. Listen to me yapping about video games. Heckin' nerds. I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you for the raid and for the blurb. Oh, let me go ahead and switch on. You'll have a few minutes left to dress me up in a different PNG tuber for a second. A new toggle. Alright, those should all be on now. There you go. Now. Just in case somebody out there is missing their wife. You know? Oh my goodness. And it didn't work. Great. The sound worked. I think it didn't work because I was clicked into OBS. And it doesn't like that. It doesn't like it when I'm in OBS already. But there we go. I got you. The squeaking noise is worth it. Yeah, I put that together myself. I didn't make this squeak myself, but I pulled a couple of sounds together that I found from people who are obviously people who are okay with me using them for like content creation and stuff. And I made it in the audacity of me to make it in Audacity. To make it sound similar to what it sounds like when you hold on to Bing Bong in game. Cause I was trying to get the sound from the game just to have it part of it, but I couldn't get a clean sound of it, so If you need squeaky, feel free to ask. I will get Suna all riled up with a new squeaky toy. I feel like I've managed to put together something nice. Something believable. Because it wasn't just a squeak, it was a couple of other sounds too. But I had actually had that up the entire time. And I realized, like, after like a month that y'all couldn't hear it. So I had to change it. Oh, goodness. All right, we'll see who we can bug. See who we can say hi to. Sometimes I do sound work. Sometimes I do little creative projects. You know what a creative project is that I haven't done in a while? Is like a cover song, or like a spoof song. Oh man, those were the days. Making things is fun. I was hoping I could get to do some art today because I kind of wanted to finish the sketches tonight, but I wanted to yap about video games instead. So I'll do it tomorrow. Let's go say hi to Z. Speaking of yapping, Z is very good at yapping. I think if you have not been to Z's stream yet, you'll very much enjoy her company. One of my art friends from way back in the Mixer days. Looks like she is playing some Kingdom Farts. Perfect. We'll go hang out with her. Say goodbye to you two. Goodbye, you two. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much. Wow, 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 wow. Goodbye.